So I had this dream where there was a group of people that were brought to a hotel. Something had happened because all the front windows were busted out. And a dark-haired man in a red convertible Jaguar showed up. And then everybody that was in this group that just got off the bus was hauled into this hotel. And you couldn't go anywhere else except up these dark stairs. And there were a bunch of people in the lobby, and there were, parties and talking and things were going on. Everyone was herded into a hallway with stairs going up. And you couldn't really tell you were going. The walls were dark. You couldn't go backward because the bad guys were behind you. And you had no choice but to go up the steps. Each of us were put into a small hotel room. It was messy. There were clothes to choose from. There were different kinds of shoes all over the floor. And we were locked in. There was no getting out. The windows had been sealed, and there was a guard put at our door. We were told that we had 5 minutes to change, and we were expected downstairs. And if we didn't do as they asked, they were going to break the door down and take us. I knew that I had to act quickly, so I went ahead and decided to change because I didn't know what was going on. And I found some white shoes in the pile and I put them on. Now, I wear a size 10 shoe, but the shoes that I saw were too small to fit me. They were like size 5.5. But when I put them on, they fit me fine, and when I looked down, that wasn't my foot. And I realized that I was seeing this through the eyes of someone who was going through it. When time was up, we were collected and then we were led down to another room. And it was like the main lobby of this hotel. And everything you can think of was going on there. Every age group. You name it, they had it going on. And the people that were on the bus and the people who were shoved into the rooms to change clothes were, how do I say this? They were there to not exactly work, but they were being forced into it. The cleanest way I can put it. And it was just so disturbing. I'm grateful I didn't see any animals or hear any animals, but I got the impression that was going on too somewhere else. This is what people in tribulation are going to be forced to do. This is why it's so important that if you find yourself in tribulation and they want you to work, and this is the kind of work they suggest you do, try not to get caught. This is why the Lord says to not go back to your house. Don't pick up your coat. Don't get caught. You need to be in the wilderness. This is why. He showed me why. Okay? And I'm looking through the eyes of this poor girl who couldn't have been more than 20 to 25. I don't know what she looked like. I just saw the top of her foot, and I knew it wasn't my foot. But this is how horrible it's going to be. And they're going to be running these situations in, this was a busted out hole of a hotel in Las Vegas. I don't know which one. It wasn't specific. But it just showed the windows were all busted out. And these people, they had cleaned it up some. They took up all the broken glass and painted over the graffiti. But it was just god-awful. It was like such economic collapse. And it was really bad. And that was in Las Vegas. But this is during the time of the tribulation. And that's what was going on. And that's all I remember of it. It was horrible. And I woke up disgusted and disturbed. And but he's pushing me to share these things and tell you guys about it. So for the unsaved, if you have not accepted Jesus Christ into your life, if you don't understand that he's a living God and that this is going to be happening, he wants you to know what's coming. And that's why he's telling us to tell you. Because we're in these physical bodies, and that's another video for another day, but it was horrific. Just horrific. And these, what I would call kids, I'm nearly 60, but this poor girl of like 20, I'd say 21, 24, somewhere in there, I can't even imagine. And there were 50-year-old men there that were doing these things. I mean, it was just every kind of predilection they had was being serviced. It was disgusting. So I want you guys to know, the Lord wants you to know what we're facing. And, I try to show videos and stuff because it's just, it makes me shudder and sick to my stomach to even think about it. But anyway, so that was that dream. And we'll post this. Peace and grace be with you. Know the Lord loves you. You can find a copy of the Lord's Prayer anywhere. You can ask Him to save you. You can ask Him, you want to get to know Him. He will start rehab on your soul immediately. You will be forgiven immediately of all sins, past, present, and future. Stuff you haven't even committed yet. And I'm telling you, this stuff is coming. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. So, peace and grace be with you.